The war in Iraq, we spent $2 trillion, thousands of lives. We don't even have it. Iran is taking over Iraq with the second largest oil reserves in the world. Obviously, it was a mistake.
So
George Bush made a mistake. We can make mistakes, but that one was a beauty. We should have never been in Iraq. We have destabilized the Middle East.
But so you still think he should be impeached?
I think it's my turn, isn't it?
You do whatever you want. You call it whatever you want. I want to tell you, they lied.
Okay.
They said there were weapons of mass destruction. There were none, and they knew there were none. There were no weapons of mass destruction.
All right.
Our president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak and he's ineffective.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The ship is officially leaking oil. And a lot of MAGA is starting to jump ship from Donald Trump. You know, this guy, man, he ran his whole campaign on racism and lies, right? We always know that he was saying that he did not want to destabilize the Middle East. We should not been in Iraq, right? And we know that they helped Iraq, right, go into Iran in the 80s and the late 70s. And it's, it's a whole story of the Middle East and a bunch of fighting with that protected class. We know that protected class has always got America to be their attack dog, and American citizens have been being unalived because of the conflicts that goes on overseas. So now that protected class always had W America supporting them all the time. But now we're in a day and time where a lot of W's no longer want to support that protected class. They say that they are conservative Christians, and under that protected class, they don't believe in Jesus, right? They don't believe in Jesus the way that conservative Christians do. And they don't feel as though they should be overseas losing their lives for a plight or a fight that has nothing to do with them. And a lot of presidents ran on, we're not going to be at war, we're not going to be supporting this, we're not going to be supporting that. And a lot of MAGA now is upset. They're saying that we should do for America. One of those people that was a strong supporter of Donald Trump at one time in MAGA was Tucker Carlson. He's talking like this now.
This is Israel's war. That's what it is. It's not an attack. It's not an attack on Israel, by the way. It's hardly anti-Semitism or Jew hatred. It's a fact. Head of state came to our country. The head of a state of 9 million people came to a country of 350 million people and demanded that we help them, or in effect, do it ourselves, topple the regime in Tehran. Now, how did they get the leverage to do this? That's a complicated question. And it's something really worth thinking about. But how did this tiny country with no resources and 9 million people convince the world's great superpower with the greatest military in history to do its bidding in a way that was going to hurt it? Well, again, many layers to that question. But the most obvious and immediate answer is because Bibi told the president of the United States, you can join me or not, but I'm going. And the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, said this in a call to congressional leaders yesterday. He said Israel said they were going. And at that point, you really only have two choices. You can get on board and try and help or contain Israel's war. That's part of the calculation here. Israel's going. Let's try and keep this within bounds. Let's try to be a moderating force on this adventure, whatever it turns out to be. Or you can tell Israel no, and they'll just do it.
So Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, and what's that guy, Tim, the W. So many of those W MAGAs over there are now turning their back on Donald Trump, President Trump. And, they already knew this. See, because like I said, we can clearly see what's going on. We know who's running the show. Y'all know I've done videos where I've showed you guys who runs the show, who helped finance the Revolutionary War. I've showed you my real hardcore supporters. I've given you the history. I told you who was very good friends with Robert Morris during the Revolutionary War when it was established in America. Who helped him? Who was filling up his pockets, right? In the establishment of America. And why you think America is so, it seems as though America is so indebted to that place, to those people over there, right? And they do anything they tell them to do. To the point now with Fuentes, he's also calling this stuff out.
I think that Trump likes the idea. I think that Trump likes the bucket list. He likes war. He likes firsts. This is why he's talking about occupying Greenland and Canada. Trump wants to be the president that does everything a president does: expand our territory, assassinate foreign leaders. He's not to be messed with. He does all these things that no other president has ever done. I think that there's an ego thing. I think, and maybe this is totally irrational, but this is just a hunch that I have. I think he really wants to. Knowing him, knowing his personality, I think he wants to be a president that dropped the bomb. I think he sort of like, I think he understands the gravity of it, the weight of it. I think there's a serious side to him. There's like a conscience that says, I don't think we should do that. The human toll is unbelievable. I think there's another side that's really tempted. That's one. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's a bad read. Maybe that's me character assassinating him. It's a hunch. 2, Trump is really being backed into a corner on every front. On Russia, on China, on Iran, in Congress, in LA, everywhere you look, it looks like Trump is not really getting respect. Trump is just getting cucked and shut down and cock-blocked everywhere he goes. Russia won't make peace in Ukraine. China surrounding Guam and Taiwan. Iran refuses to negotiate. Dropping a tactical nuclear weapon is the ultimate deterrent. And it almost reestablishes the deterrence that was established when the United States dropped the original atomic bombs.
I mean, and it gets so crazy because listen, they don't even hide it no more, right? They don't even hide it no more. Listen, they are friends with the protected class. And like I said, I'm just a reporter. I'm just reporting it. I don't have no skin in the game, right? I'm just a foundational Black American reporting the news, right? And this is what the people, MAGA, is upset about with Trump because of this.
And these people do like Israel.
Hold on. And he loves Israel too.
It's true.
2 seconds. Just 2 seconds. 6 years ago, I was up here, and I said, "This is our first Jewish president."
It's true.
Now he's the first Jewish president to serve 2 not consecutive presidencies. We thank you for everything.
So now Nick Fuentes is saying that it's time to jump ship. And he's voting Democrat. He's no longer voting Republican. He's saying that he's coming out now and he's going to vote for the Dems. He is not supporting their support of that place, of those people, right? He's not supporting that. And he's saying now they want to unify with foundational Black Americans, and they want to unify with Mexicans and whites and all these other groups. He wants to unify with now, right? Now, mind you, he's Mexican as well, but he identifies as the W sometimes. I mean, you know, it's hard to understand with Nick Fuentes nowadays, which way he is, which way he's going. We know he's part of that, the Skittles. You can tell he's part of the Skittles crew, right? But he's telling people, don't vote Republican. Don't be a part of this regime. Don't be a part of this. Don't be a part of that. Like, these guys flip-flop more than anything. I mean, I'm talking about the pivot that they use should be studied.
We have to put all the differences aside. We really do. We have to put the differences aside, left and right, Republican, Democrat, Christian, Muslim, white, black, men, women. We have to put all that aside and stand against the occupation. Let me put it very simply in terms everybody can understand. Our country is under a hostile occupation. That's what it is. Our government is occupied. Our government, our elites, all the institutions that control the country. The United States of America is an occupied nation. We are occupied by a hostile alien force, and they have so much control that they are able to send our sons and daughters, the bravest and best among us, to kill and die for their agenda. It has nothing to do with protecting America. It has nothing to do with defending the homeland, our interests, anything like that. Our sons and daughters The bravest and best among them that volunteer and take up arms are being sent to kill and die, to take life and give up their own lives for the agenda of this hostile occupying force. Call it what you want. Israel, world Jewry, organized column. That is what is happening. And I don't care what color you are. I don't care what party you vote for. I don't care if you hate every other one of my views. I am a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe we are all created by God. And I believe that the ethos of our civilization is selfless love. I think it's time for all of us to unite. Every one of us to unite against this hostile force. If you are with me, against this unnecessary bloodshed, against this expansionist, wicked, ethnocentric agenda in Israel, murdering and killing and looting and hijacking and parasiting. If you're an American citizen, if you long to be free, independent, and sovereign as an American, then I am with you. And we all have to stand together, and I mean it. I mean it. Not a rhetorical trick. It's not a bit. I'm not rage baiting or anything like that. We all have to unite now as Goyim, as Gentiles, as Americans, as Christians, either as true believers or aspirationally, people that recognize the core of the Christian message, which is that we are all created beings. We all have natural rights. We all have dignity against this regime, which obviously rejects that, which all of us to expand their empire, which would eliminate and destroy anybody that stands in their way with no scruples and no remorse. That's the message. And I feel that now more than ever. And honest to God, we really need to see the light here.
We're in a day and time where everything is getting exposed. And these elite W's have used their minions to do their job. But now those minions that they use to do the dirty work, they found out that they're turning on them. And you was just used. Right? They send you off to fight their wars. They give you all the same bad foods they give us. They give you everything. The only thing they do is create a fake caste system to make you believe that you was over us. Now you find out you're actually in the same barrel of crap that everybody else been in, and you don't like it. MAGA don't like it. Right? You knew darn well that somebody like Trump and those elite W's don't relate to you, but you just believe, right? You put your hand on your chest, you fly your flag, and you do. Man, listen. All them days over. People, foundational Black Americans, we've been trying to warn the world. We was even trying to warn some of you dumb W's. Now look at you, right? Now you're upset. Now you want to unify. Now you want everybody to unite. Now you want everybody to be together. We saying, nope. Nah, we over here, fam. We minding our business, man. Because for generations, for centuries, the elites use y'all to do all their dirty work. The Vanderbilts, the Carnegies, the Rockefellers, they never came down and put any of our people on a tree. They used poor W's to do it. They conditioned you guys to do it. So you still see us through the same lens that they conditioned you to see us through. You just mad now because they're starting to treat you like us. And we see everything. We seen this coming, right? Y'all was the stupid ones going for it, man. Now all of a sudden you mad at their complete support to that country. They want to send you to go fight their wars. Well, we tried to warn y'all before. You was mad. Man, listen, y'all damn near, y'all tried to wipe out Muhammad Ali's career when he was saying the same thing back in the 70s that we saying now. And y'all was so stupid and didn't want to listen. Now all of a sudden y'all want to listen. Man, miss me with that, man. We ain't unifying with none of y'all. Let the whole ship crash and burn. Man, y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.